Manchester City will win the league next season. Pep Guardiola will come back to the table.
We want to try to do it better than the last season, especially in consistency. The positivity is there, so I'm pretty sure we'll be good.
Manchester City aren't used to failure. For nearly a decade, they've been the bullies of English football. 4 league titles in a row, dominating Europe's elite, and rewriting what success looks like. But last season, the empire cracked. No Premier League title, no Champions League glory, not even an FA Cup. For the first time in years, City looked human. And now, Pep Guardiola has decided, enough is enough. This summer, he's tearing up the old script and building a new monster. And before we get into how Pep is rebuilding City piece by piece, I've got a quick personal target. I'm aiming to hit 500 subscribers this month. So if you enjoy deep dive football content like this, drop a sub and help me smash that goal. Now let's get back to Manchester City. 3 huge signings, 3 different positions. £116.2 million already spent in the transfer market. Manchester City are cooking again. And then you look at the players Pep already had, Rodri, Phil Foden, Bernardo Silva, and it hits you, Pep's not just hoarding talent for the fun of it. He has a plan, and that plan is simple. He's coming for everything. Because here's the reality, Guardiola has just endured the toughest Premier League season of his career. No question. For the first time in 8 years, Manchester City didn't even make the top 2. And the trophy cabinet, empty. 0 silverware. That's staggering when you remember they just won 4 league titles in a row like it was second nature. Liverpool swooped in and stole the crown. Sure, from the outside, just qualifying for the Champions League might seem like a small win, and given how chaotic their year was, maybe it was. But the season still ended in disappointment. A Champions League collapse and a shock FA Cup final defeat to Crystal Palace. That one will sting for a while. But here's the twist. This could be the season that flips the script. A wake-up call. The reality check City didn't know they needed. And as soon as the summer transfer window opened, Pep struck fast. Tijjani Reijnders, Pep's new midfield engine. City's first major signing, £46.5 million for Tijjani Reijnders, a player giving off serious Ilkay Gundogan vibes, silky on the ball, intelligent in his movement, and with that knack for ghosting into the box at just the right time. A proper number 8. But the beauty of Reijnders, he's not just a box-to-box runner. He can sit deep, drive forward, and dictate play anywhere you put him. Let's be honest, Gundogan's second spell at City never hit the same heights, and Pep's midfield needed fresh legs. Reijnders delivers exactly that. He makes purposeful runs off the ball, pulls defenders into awkward spaces, and injects that missing spark into City's midfield. What makes him dangerous is how quickly he turns under pressure and accelerates into space. He can play in City's slow, possession-heavy style, but he also has that gear shift to slice through defenses when the moment calls for it. Last season, City's midfield looked tired. Reijnders changes that. Will he need time to adapt to Pep's system? Of course. Nobody masters it overnight. But in today's market, picking up such a versatile high IQ midfielder for under £50 million feels like daylight robbery. And he's not the only midfield addition. Rayan Cherki, the wild card creator. If you're a casual fan, Rayan Cherki's name might have only just hit your radar, maybe from that stunning goal against Spain in the Nations League semi-final. France lost 5-4 in a thriller, but Cherki's moment was pure magic. That cameo wasn't a fluke. Cherki just finished his best season yet at Lyon. 12 goals, 11 assists, and 48 successful dribbles. He torched defenders for fun. Now at City, with Reijnders covering the deeper work, Cherki looks set for a more advanced role, likely floating behind Erling Haaland. Normally, Pep wants his attacking midfielders to control tempo and avoid forcing plays. But with Kevin De Bruyne gone, the dynamic changes. City need a new lockpicker, a creative threat who can break down parked defenses. Cherki isn't a De Bruyne clone, but he has that X-factor Pep loves. He's also truly two-footed. 22 of his shots last season came on his right foot, 22 on his left. That makes him unpredictable. Defenders can't force him one way. He can go inside, outside, or straight past you. Yes, he's still raw, but with Pep as his mentor, this could be the start of something special. Natural talent combined with elite coaching, that's the recipe for a superstar. Rayan Aït-Nouri, fullback reinvented. If there's one position Pep has tinkered with endlessly, it's left back. It's been a revolving door. But now, City have spent £36.3 million on Rayan Aït-Nouri from Wolves, and it makes perfect sense. Aït-Nouri plays with a composure you can't teach. He can receive the ball under heavy pressure, glide past challenges, and keep the attack flowing. He's an attacking fullback through and through. Last season he registered 4 goals and 7 assists, the most goal contributions by any defender in the Premier League. Defensively, that's where questions arise. He's aggressive going forward, which means sometimes he's caught out of position. But Wolves and City are 2 different worlds. At City, the game is about structure, pressing, and intelligent positioning, and Aït-Nouri reads space well. Here's a stat Pep will love. No defender won possession in the final third more times than Aït-Nouri last season. That's instant attacking pressure, turning defense into goals within seconds. His arrival screams that Pep is planning something new tactically for 2025-26. The bigger picture: 3 signings who could walk into the starting 11. Add them to an already world-class squad and City become frightening again. Last season's struggles weren't just tactical, they were physical. Injuries everywhere. At times, it felt like the medical team had more minutes than some starters. Even Erling Haaland, still scoring 22 league goals, was doing it without his usual support crew. Imagine him now with fresh creative firepower feeding him. And remember, City already added depth in January. Omar Marmush, Abdul Qudus Atto, and Nicolas Gonzalez are still bedding in. Mateus Nunes played out of position all season just to keep the system ticking. And now there's the wild card: Claudio Echeverri from River Plate. At just 5 feet 7 inches, his low center of gravity and vision make him a nightmare for defenders. He can play centrally, wide, or even as a false 9. He doesn't panic. He waits for the right moment to strike. Life after Kevin De Bruyne. The hardest part: saying goodbye to Kevin De Bruyne, the heartbeat of City for nearly a decade. But last season proved he's no longer the same force, and maybe this is the right moment to pass the torch. Pep's replacements aren't just gap fillers, they're potential torchbearers. And City rarely miss with recruitment. With the best scouting network in the game, the money to get anyone they want, and Pep contracted until 2027, they're not just building for next season, they're building the next era of dominance. After a trophyless season that broke their run of 4 straight league titles, the hunger is back. City want to make history again. They want to win everything. And these are exactly the kinds of challenges Pep Guardiola thrives on. This isn't just another transfer window for Manchester City, it's the start of a new era. Pep Guardiola has turned last season's pain into fuel, adding players who can not only replace legends but redefine how this team plays. With Reijnders running the midfield, Cherki sparking creativity, and Aït-Nouri stretching the pitch, City now have fresh weapons to go with their proven stars. The hunger is back, the squad is reloaded, and Pep's vision is crystal clear: reclaim the throne, dominate Europe, and remind the football world exactly who they are. Make no mistake, Manchester City are coming for everything.